Verity.
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 It's Verity.
What is on the news today?
Brought to you
Thanks
by
for checking out this
Prodigy.
podcast, Musically PR. My name is Natasha, your sweet host right here. Our first topic for this podcast is what is public relations? So, what's wonderful about PR as a career that is really supporting industries is that there are not many people that do it, compared with other industries like sales and real estate where there are millions. I'm pretty sure there are tens to thousands of individuals who work in public relations, not hundreds or millions. And I might be wrong, but it seems like a really particular, pocket of insane businesses such as music, and there is public relations for every industry on the earth, I'm sure. But doing this for music feels very special. Well, so our first topic, what is public relations? It's not that easy to describe it, but if I was at some event and somebody asking me like, "Hey, what is PR?" I would say that it's just a public perception of you as your brand, whether you as a single solo songwriter, or you're a DJ, or you're a rapper, or you're in the band. It's your brand, Your brand represents everything from your artwork to the music itself, as well as what others say about it, and what the media does in response. And of course, what people doing on social media, like the response to your videos, and people that show up and buzz about the band. But yeah, it's the combination of all that together. It may be difficult to quantify at times, but the simplest way to convey it is, you recall someone who is highly well known in the music industry, and like, I think that guy have some great PR. And some of that stuff you see online about someone and get viral and get shared, and someone people that love this someone whole things that this person did. But in my perspective, PR is basically dealing with the media directly, selling them on the artist that I'm working on, and talking like, hey, the artist that I'm working with is worth your time to do a review, a feature, an interview, and the more quality features you can get for a client of yourself, the better. Because it all adds up. And the information is available online indefinitely. As long as the website exists, it'll be discovered one way or another via Google and searching, and stuff like connected back to website or linked to each other, and creating this entire system of views about what you as an artist. Many PR firms use social media as well as media outreach and communication, and crisis PR is always different, and some small part of what a PR person or organization does. So yes, public relation is a whole, particularly for music. It is views that you have towards these musicians that you are acquainted with. They might be, it may be a local artist in your community or a well-known artist from elsewhere. Well, I hope that helps. Like I said to everybody listening, whether you're a PR or a musician. So, check out the next episode where we'll be discussing the following topic. I hope everything is going well for you, and yeah, thank you once again for taking the time to listen. What is on the news today? Thanks for checking out this podcast, Musically PR. My name is Natasha, your sweet host right here. We all know that some good PR can go a long way, but do we really know how does it helps in music industry? So here we are in second topic where we'll be talking about PR stunts. Some actions are done with the intention of gaining media attention, or as they say now, going viral. Getting everyone to notice what you were doing. And sometimes it's inadvertent, and something you did merely led to another item that caused the buzz. And it wasn't what you meant, but it all worked out in the end. And occasionally, you plan out the strategy and stuff that you enjoy the music, musicians, bands, artists, rappers, and DJs. Sometimes, it's simply nice stuff that comes from a great place, but it's the goals that gain visibility. And the word PR stunts, I'm sure you've heard it before with the biggest celebrities. And I mean, anything from the Beatles band performing on the rooftop to others. And they have a goal and it's accomplished with supervision and the intended outcome. They are aware, however, that they will get extensive media publicity as a result of this. And I believe the whole concept of PR stunts has evolved significantly, becoming wiser and more prepared. And I think it's quite awesome. As long as no one gets injured and everything comes from a good place. I think that a good PR stunts go a long way. Everyone has an agenda for one reason or another, but a PR stunt is something that you put together solely for the purpose of creating attention and getting others to speak about you. And it might be fans, press, something local, and it could be to establish some type of reputation. People do crazy things, particularly a lot of artists. People come up with various things to service that customer or that person, which might have been sparked by the artist themselves, like a fantastic concept, or it might come from the public relations company or from management. But there's always something more going on behind the scenes. As a listener, I encourage you to go above and beyond. Simply making excellent music, working on how amazing your head looks in the shot and how wonderful your jacket looks in the photo. It's almost like they're snatching your brand and a nice innocent PR stunt. Creating buzz, coming up with ideas that assist you as an artist become noticed. And it takes a little bit of not going above and above people expectations, but just coming up with something unique, interesting and buzzworthy that nearly produce the shock value. That's something I believe is cool. That is the aim of it all. That is the purpose of public relations. That is the purpose of marketing. It's to make you stand out more than the other individual. At the very least, enough to obtain your fair part of the aim to make your career pleasant or to feel validated in what you're doing. So make sure you understand the strategy behind what you see other artists doing beyond the photograph, beyond the music, the news, how much is posted out by the publicists, how much is that, tweet a little bit to be media friendly, how to gain media attention. So yeah, I do hope this helped. So stay tuned for the last episode. See you guys! What is on the news today? Thanks for checking out this podcast, Musically PR. My name is Natasha, your sweet, sweet, sweet host right here. Alright guys, on this third topic, which is the last topic, we're gonna talk about the relationship does matter. Why? The association of PR and music are very important nowadays. Here is a sign why they matter more in this 2020s era rather than before. It might be overwhelming in the media, particularly if you're new as a publicist to your artist and seeking to handle your own PR. There are so many contacts out there in PR and all of the relationships are crucial. But you have to start somewhere. And you know that if you try, you will meet people. However, such connections are really neutral. Even though there is no agenda, it is all about creating those good connections, being cool to them and reacting swiftly. Those relationships will grow over time and they get to know you and it's gonna feel more like a friendship. But guys, I don't want people to feel the need to please everybody, especially in PR marketing. You will have to start someplace when you first start, and you do not have to be linked to everyone. A close connection with individuals in the media is very, very vital. like maybe like counting on your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, one from the blog, one from a newspaper writer, maybe a local magazine. Just keep things basic and honest with such individuals. And you may also ask questions and be frank by saying, hey, is there anybody else in your group who may appreciate what I do? Something like that. As part of developing a wonderful connection with your first group of journalists and media professionals, don't be hesitant to ask questions and seek assistance. You know why? Because it will help in the growth and expansion of your network. So, there's always a new sort of touch point in relationship building to be aware of. So, yeah, last but not least, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful weekend, or whatever time you're listening to this. Okay, bye guys.